Good afternoon, Aries, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. What I like to do is to go on and just give you an ex-lover's reading just to see, how your ex presently feels about you. And to even see what actions they may take towards those feelings, okay? So I've decided to go on and use my zombie deck today in addition to a few other oracle cards. And ladies and gentlemen, as usual, if this reading resonates, please go on and give it a big thumbs up and like and share it with others, okay? So, prior to getting into your reading, I'd like to just make a few general observations and then we'll just move on here, okay? Since you have a predominance of hazards here in your reading, of wands here, it seems that particularly this month, you're going to be really focusing on business type issues, related issues, and you're going to be meeting new people and having a lot of new opportunities here. Also, you might want to consider slowing down quite a bit because when you have a predominance of wands, you might get burnt out. So you might want to just try to slow down a bit. Some of you may be, doing a bit too much here. I'm also getting a sense that with your ex, I'm feeling that there's a lack of boundaries or in fact, stagnation perhaps, and even boredom and miscommunication problem that may have appeared to be a challenge here for you, okay? You have 2 sevens there in your reading, so it's suggesting to me that some type of information or news is forthcoming to you, and then you have those 2 6s here shown as well, and that shows a lot of irritability, agitation, and even in fact bitterness, and perhaps you guys are maybe contemplating making a few adjustments, okay? But understand that you do have the ability to overcome any obstacles present here, okay? You also have 2 2s there, so it looks like that there is a waiting period that you're going through. And when you have those 2s there, that suggests people from the past coming back. So more than likely, you're going to experience some type of reunion or, of some sort here. Okay, and I feel that many of you are on the top of your field here, and some of you may even have worked as a public speaker or a public communicator of some sort here. Okay, I'm also feeling too that some of you, there may be this month before this month ends. It looks like sudden illness I'm feeling with the throat area that I'm getting. Okay. And I certainly see that your ex definitely, in fact, has very strong feelings for you still. And it seems that it's more like a soulmate type connection that I'm getting here. Okay? But I do see that there are some, in fact, some commitment issues that I'm seeing here. And one of you might even, in fact, really loves to kind of, play the field here. Okay? I'm also seeing here with this ex that this relationship seems to may have had some abuse type matters, or it has the potential for abuse here. Because I'm feeling the abuse is more, I'm feeling spiritual abuse or perhaps trying to control oneself or control another, perhaps through religion or kind of making someone feel guilty in some sense. And I do feel that there's, in fact, a little bit of emotional and or physical abuse too that I'm getting here for some of you as well. Okay, so let's go on and get started and get into your reading here. We're going to start with the card that fell to the bottom of the deck here. We have that, 4 of swords. So ladies and gentlemen, this card is connected with Jupiter. Actually, it's Jupiter and Libra, but it's, its air signs are denoted. So Gemini, Libra, and or Aquarius here. So with this card, it's all about, patience and rest, depression, and, deep contemplation as well as thought. So I'm feeling that, many of you want some alone time to kind of refresh yourself. And this card is kind of telling you that it might be time for you to kind of take a step back and reflect on your situation before moving forward here, because it seems that the situation that you were in which you were kind of in with your ex it was very stressful, I'm getting. And for some of you, your ex might already, in fact, be in an established situation, even married, And although they might want to kind of reconnect in some way, you feel your situation might be a bit one-sided, I'm getting. And perhaps even feel a bit even mistreated, you know. And some of you might even be practicing celibacy as well with this card here because of that rest nature in that card, you know. Or in fact, someone that you may be dealing with might even in fact be in a jail or might be sick in the hospital, okay, that I'm kind of getting here. And just to further emphasize the fact that you do need to rest here, you have this retreat card here showing in a romantic angels card, romance angel card. So it's time to kind of disconnect really and disassociate yourself from the situation for a moment so you can kind of regroup. Okay? So let's go on and examine your situation from a past perspective. Okay? We have the Six of Wands there. So with the Six of Wands, it denotes a fire sign, okay? Aries, Leo, as well as Sagittarius. But with this card, Jupiter is denoted, okay? And this card is all about amusement and, victory and pride, as well as disloyalty, you know? So many of you connected, I'm feeling, with perhaps a younger person or, that person kind of really wanted or kind of captured your attention in some way, I'm getting. And some of you might even felt that you won over the person. You kind of won the person of your dreams here, I'm feeling here, because with this card, it brings about a feeling of like a soulmate connection in some sense. So more than likely, you were very happy with your ex in the past, and others might even, in fact, have been jealous. Okay, so many of you felt that this, in fact, was the one for you. And with this card here, it's certainly denoted that he or she might, in fact, be the one for you, ladies and gentlemen. And it's certainly safe for you to love and to kind of open your heart a bit more during this period of contemplation that you need to go through and receive the highest energies of all. Okay? But in the process, you might want to try to let go of control issues. Remember, you know, those might be kind of impeding the flow of your relationship here. And again, to further emphasize the fact that you do have a past life connection here, this card here is certainly signifying that. But financial and or career matters might even, in fact, affecting your situation. And it might be time for you to kind of have a bit of a chat here. Okay? So let's move on and just look at and see what is occurring in the present situation here. We have the Seven of Wands. Okay? So with the Seven of Wands, it represents a fire sign once again. Leo, Aries, as well as Sagittarius. Okay? So Mars is in Leo with this card, and this card is all about competition, ladies and gentlemen, conflict, independence, and really trying to stand up for oneself. So many of you really want to, I feel, really establish a very solid relationship, even to possibly get married, but you're going to vacillate a bit, I'm feeling, asking yourself, should you do this or should you do that? Or do you want this or do you want that? And it appears that, the ex does, in fact, still love you, but you feel that perhaps they're not, really committed enough. And that might also, echo to, further emphasize what I've indicated from the onset. They like to play the field in some sense. One of you, it appears, does. Okay, so this card kind of puts you in a position of advantage, despite whatever conflict you may have had with this ex, and it puts you in a position of advantage whether you really realize it or not. So this card is kind of asking you to really stand firm, with really how you feel, because there does, in fact, appears to be a third person involved, and you might need to discuss your situation here. Okay, so let's get a bit further into how your ex really feels for you. Okay, and keep in mind that with these cards, it could either express your feelings for your ex or it can express your ex for your feelings. So it could be a bit vice versa at sometimes. Okay, so we have the Six of Cups, and with the Six of Cups, water signs are governed here. So it represents Scorpios, Cancer, Pisces, and the Sun is the ruler of this card. So this card is all about immaturity, It's all about kind of being karmically linked with someone. It's all about, kind of wanting to kind of reconnect with an individual from the past. And it's all about happy memories, nostalgia, or even, in fact, kind of being a bit preoccupied with an old friend here. Okay? So it certainly, shows, in fact, that your ex kind of feels, that you are in fact a bit immature, or again, you could feel this way for your ex, or karmically link, as I've indicated, you know, someone that really wants to connect back with you, that I'm kind of getting, or you want to connect with them in some way. As I said, it's vice versa. Okay? And then we have the Two of Wands that sits there, and again, it represents fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and Mars is governed. Okay? So it shows that this ex certainly see you as being very creative, as an individual that kind of takes time to make decisions. You don't rush to make any decisions here. Ambitious, courageous. Someone who takes a very bold type stance in life, but someone who has a lot of doubts. And despite your doubts, they see you very enterprising, I'm seeing. Even perhaps, even waiting for them to even kind of reach out to you, or kind of, make the first move here. They see you as someone who loves traveling. And they certainly want you back, and they're going to soon let you know, because I see you kind of receiving a phone call or some kind of telephonic type communication that you're going to be receiving very soon if you haven't already. Okay? So let's move right along and look at your feelings, ladies and gentlemen, for your ex. We have the Five of Hazards. So with this card, earth signs are denoted, okay? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And Mercury rules this card. So, perhaps you feel that your ex has abandoned you in some sense, or you're feeling that your ex is feeling a bit abandoned, as again it could go vice versa, or depressed, and perhaps some of you may have lacked faith. Your faith has diminished in this ex because of trust issues, and a lot of you feel that the relationship is not getting anywhere. I'm feeling a lot of you feel, you know or you're feeling that the ex is a bit lonely, or going through a very hard financial type time here, to further emphasize that finances and career could be in fact affecting your situation. Even poverty issues, unemployment, communication problems, you know. It's just very insecure that I'm getting here, that you're either feeling this way for your ex, or your ex is feeling about you. Okay? And then we have the Tower here. Okay? So Mars governs this card, and once again, it connects with fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay? So you feel this ex is very destructive, perhaps even deceptive. Again, to further emphasize the crisis type nature, a midlife crisis even, in fact, or, you just feel a bit shocked, I'm kind of getting, you know? Or you kind of feel the ex is shocked, perhaps by your stance and your approach and how you're taking with him or her. Very aggressive, seeing the person, maybe see him or her as being lost or lonely, or even, in fact, past hope, or betrayed, or even in fact stuck in a bad situation that I'm kind of getting here, that you're feeling. A situation that is not very easy to deal with, ladies and gentlemen. So let's turn our attention to give you a bit more advice into your situation, and just explain to you what's really not important, okay? Really focusing your energy in this direction is not going to get you to wherever you want to go. So let's look at what's not important, okay? We have the Star. And with the Star, it connects with air signs, okay? Aquarius, Gemini, as well as Libra. But of course, usually people connect with only Aquarius, but I connected with all of the air signs here. So certainly now is definitely not the time, ladies and gentlemen, for you to be hopeful right now, or optimistic, or even to start making future plans. And the reason being is because you need to take some time out and do some private and really some contemplation. Take some time out for yourself. Retreat, you know. So then you may ask, what is in fact important? Okay. So what's important now is this Knight of Cups there. Okay. That connects with water signs: Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So it's certainly important for you to be a bit more spontaneous. Try to be a bit more seductive, ladies and gentlemen. Approve, you know, your ex with kind of have a loving heart. And even, in fact, it's suggesting that it is time for you to reconcile. But try not to look beyond superficialities in people. And please never forget, you must trust your intuition. And perhaps it looks like an invitation of some sort is going to be coming your way soon, guys. And it might be because this is your birthday period, okay? So once again, I forgot to say it at the beginning, but happy birthday to you guys, okay? So let's move right along and look at what is hidden, things that you may not see coming here. If you do decide to kind of reestablish yourself here. So we have the Two of Hazards, okay? So with that card, it connects with Earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn, as well as Virgo. Jupiter governs its card, and it's Jupiter in Capricorn. So this is adding your 2 cents worth type card. So this card shows, in fact, that there is still an imbalance in this relationship. But with this card here, shows some type of auspicious type, you know, happening here. It shows an improvement that is certainly likely to occur here. So many of you will have to kind of make a decision on feeling, ladies and gentlemen. It seems that you have more than one lovers here. So you have to make a decision on, what you really want to do here. Because it seems that it's been very difficult for you to do, you know? And I feel that, again, with this card, you might even be trying to, you're really spreading yourself too thin here. And perhaps the work may be interrupting the flow of your situation again, echoing what I've explained here with this finances and career romantic angel card there. So let's move right along and see what a likely outcome or what you can expect here, at least by the end of this month here. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands, which is a very positive card. This card connects with fire signs once again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and it's all about a new beginning. New surprises occurring here, a turning point for you guys. It's all about reconciliation despite past issues, or even, in fact, sexual escapades, even passionate phone calls, as I've indicated. So keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, you could be playing with fire though with this. So, this card is kind of telling you, be cautious and don't get burnt. Okay? So just to give you a few more messages here. One last card here from the Romance Angel is that try to give your relationship a chance and work on your partnership and try to get rid of barriers that have created conflict. Ladies and gentlemen, be a bit more authentic. Be real and true to who you are and really how you feel. Express your feelings because no one can read your mind, okay? And act as if your partner or your soulmate is in fact present already. Whether it's someone in your life or not, act as if the person is there or not, or this ex that seems to be kind of coming back towards you, I'm kind of getting. And when you are expressing your love, understand that action, in fact, speak loudly. Express your love through actions and try to have a bit more patience with yourself because love is, in fact, patient as well as kind, always. And this card is telling you because you need to rest a bit, But you're certainly, you're going to definitely, kind of get what many of you kind of want here. So just to kind of, conclude this reading here, I'd just like to express a few more things to you. Understand that, when you're going through a healing process, imagine yourself and your ex, surrounded by light, ladies and gentlemen, and feel your relationship being healed. And try to look deep within your heart, and you're going to definitely feel your ex's love, I feel, because again, you have this, karmic type connection, and understand that this will be a new beginning for many of you because this new adventure awaits you and is asking you, the cards are kind of suggesting that you need to perhaps consider embracing it and, really living your dreams, ladies and gentlemen, passionately. Okay? Because I feel that many of your spiritual awareness is in fact growing. And so too, ladies and gentlemen, your sexuality. So understand that sensuality is certainly heightened. And this has a magical effect, I get, on really the one that you love. Because a sacred union is definitely, in fact, reborn. And love is, in fact, present at the moment. So try to be still, listen and feel and just be, because you got to ask yourself, have you really forgotten what is truly important in your situation with your ex? Because certainly when, ladies and gentlemen, when you really pass from this world, all you take with you is your soul, and the beautiful memories that it holds, you know? So this is what I have for you. I certainly hope that this reading has offered food for thought. I look forward to hearing your comments. If you like a personal reading, please be sure to contact me at WAT61073 at gmail.com. And ladies and gentlemen, remember to continue to spread your wings and to simply love. Okay? Thanks a lot for your time and enjoy your day.